Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another horror movie night. Tonight, I will be reviewing Santo and Blue Demon versus Dracula and the Wolfman, released in 1973. Directed by Miguel M. Delgado, from a script by Alfredo Salazar. Starring Santo, Alejandro Moreno, Aldo Monti, Agustin Martinez Sclares, Nubia Marti, Maria Eugenia San Martin, Alfredo Wally Barron, Jorge Mondragon, and Lissy Fields. Now, although this does have some cast members basically playing the same characters like Santo and Aldo Monti, a lot of the other actors in here that were playing in the previous film, Santo and the Treasure of Dracula, are playing completely different characters. So this is not really a connected story with the previous Santo and Dracula film. And that's unfortunate because I don't understand why they went this route. So anyone watching Santo and the Treasure of Dracula, if they watch this one first and they're thinking they're going to get the actual prequel kind of story to it, they're not going to get it. So Jorge Mondragon plays Professor Louis Cristaldi, and that character is not in the first film in this sort of series, even though they're not really connected. It's just really odd that they went in that route. Santo and Dracula are the only ones that actually carry over and stay the same. Even the girlfriend to Santo is different. Even though I liked our lead in Santo and the Treasure of Dracula, I like the lead in this even more. I really do love Nubia Marti in the role of Lina Cristaldi. She is just absolutely adorable, and she's tough. And there's moments in this where she's actually helping and saving the day from Santo and the Blue Demon. And but let's get on the one thing that I don't really care for in this, and that is some of the stuff with Dracula that Dracula's doing in here is quite good. Like the elements where he goes after Lina later in the film are excellent. Well done. I just wish they would have took it in a darker area. And I have actually done a AI edit of this, both a regular version and a more provocative version that you can actually watch on the Dark Knight Fans Plus side of things on here. But that was where I would have went with it. So that was what I was wanting to see in this film. Also, the character of Laura Cristaldi, as played by Maria Eugenia San Martin, she has no real reason to exist in this story. Much like Santo and the Treasure of Dracula, where our lead character had a daughter in there and everything. This one, it has this friend to our lead character having a daughter in there. So they have some elements of the previous film carried over into this one. So this is almost like a remake in a way, in a weird way. But the Laura character, which is another thing that I fixed in that AI video that I did, the Laura character is completely wasted. They put in a subplot where she is being supposedly seduced by the werewolf of the story, as played by Agustin Martinez Sclares. And his character's name, other than being the Wolfman, is Rufus Rex. And this character goes after her in an attempt to romance her and everything for whatever reason. I don't know what Dracula's real goal was here, but it fails miserably. And the plot point is completely dropped midway into the film, giving Laura nothing left to do for the plot other than having a daughter in here that Dracula keeps targeting for whatever reason. And the reason Dracula isn't able to go after the little girl whenever he does go after her, because this sacred dagger is there and he's afraid of it. What the hell kind of shit was that? I did not like that part of it. It repels him almost like crosses do in other Dracula films and stuff. And he's inconsistent, and he has a partner in this, played by Alfredo Wally Barron, named Eric, who was the one who resurrected him at the beginning of the story. And this character is, you know, has little things he's doing with his little gang and everything that cause little distractions and problems with Santo and Blue Demon, but there's nothing really there that should have had that character even being in here for Dracula, working with this guy. But the worst thing about Laura as a character is Dracula doesn't target her. She gets turned into a vampire later in the film, but she isn't turned into a vampire by Dracula himself. They have some odd character that only appears in that one scene appear in her room, bite her on the neck, and that's the explanation of how she became a vampire. It's almost like the budget on the film went a little crazy and they couldn't afford Aldo Monti anymore to come back and shoot these scenes as Dracula. So they said, oh, well, just bring in this guy. We'll have him come in and bite her, and, you know, that'll explain how she became a vampire. And it does not work, in my opinion. It would have been much better to have Dracula actually target her after the plot points with the Wolfman failed. But overall, I think parts of this are great. Like I said, the scenes with Lena being seduced by Dracula and everything, it's not fully going that way. He hypnotizes her, gets her to come to him, and then he has his brides snap her out of it. Why? There's just aspects that it is just shoddily written, unfortunately. So it is a guilty pleasure of mine, but I think I've improved some of this story greatly in my AI video. If you become a Plus member and want to watch that, be sure to check that out. But my final review of Santo and Blue Demon versus Dracula and the Wolfman, I am going to give this film a, hate to do it, 7.5 out of 10. I do not think this one is as good as Santo and the Treasure of Dracula. Even though I like the final girl better, I like Nubia Marti better, they don't do enough really that works with the story for me in this one. And I really love Aldo Monti as Dracula, but the way they dub him in this film, it's horrible. I'd rather watch the regular Spanish version of it. But what do you guys think of this film? Have you seen it? What do you think? Do you agree with my review, or do you disagree? Let me know in those comments down below. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. As a Dark Knight Fan Plus member, as well as getting to see those exclusive videos like I said on here, you also have the opportunity right now to request any movie, TV series, or ranking video of your choosing. And when that video goes up, it will go up for all Plus members prior to it going up on the channel for everyone else. So if you want to get interactive and help me to get more movies, TV series, or ranking videos on this that I might not normally cover, become a Plus member. Well, that's it for another horror movie night. If you missed last week's horror movie night video, you can check it out in the link above. Or if you have missed any of our videos on horror movie night, check out this playlist and you can check out anything that you've missed.